in today's conversation, I'm going to share with you the 3 tips that would help you be more confident even on the days when you don't feel like it. Let's be honest, we don't always feel confident, and sometimes that lack of confidence comes at the worst moment ever, like at crucial moments when you're sharing an idea that you know is fantastic, you know will achieve the result your team or your client is looking for, and then all of a sudden the way you present it is such a wash. And it doesn't have the effect that it should have. It doesn't hit the target that it's supposed to. And so that is why you need to listen to this video, because the problem you have when you're not hitting the right note is because you're relying on how you feel to be confident at work. And that is a big no. You don't always have to feel confident at work, but you must consistently be confident. So hear me out now. I am saying you don't have to consistently feel confident, but you must consistently be confident. And here's why. No one pays you to feel. Quite frankly, no one cares how you feel when it comes to work. What they want to see is the results you can deliver. So if you're depending on how you feel to be confident at work, then you'll be doing yourself and your team and your client a great disservice. I am not in any way saying that you shouldn't feel confident, and you should do everything you can to feel more confident. But the truth is, as human beings, we go through various emotions, and sometimes we don't feel as confident as we should be, especially at crucial moments. But your feeling of confidence is completely different from the ability to do your work. When you're in a professional setting, people want to see what you can do. And what you can do is based on your training, it's based on your knowledge, it's based on your experience, and not on your feelings. So you cannot and should not depend on your feelings to be confident at work. So here's the big question. How can you be confident even when you don't feel confident? So the 3 tips I'm going to share with you answers that question. And just to bring everything into context, I would like you to go with me as I switch your perspective for a little bit. Imagine you are a client or a customer and you're going to meet a professional to pay them for a service. What will they have to do to convince you to pay them and to employ them for that service? Now, the answer to that question is what would help you be confident even when you don't feel like it. Because you realize that people are not looking for how you feel. People are looking for what you do. Now, let's flip that back. What do your clients need to see in you that will convince them to pay you, or to listen to your ideas, or to seriously, at the very least, consider your ideas? There's so many reasons people pay for services, but there are some basic things that every professional must have if you want to be more confident at work. Now, if you really want to know a little bit more about what confidence really is at work, I have a free mini lesson that you can watch. The description is in the link below. So to be confident at work, the first thing you want to do is to ask yourself, what can I do to convince my team or my clients that they should go with my idea or they should pay me for a certain service? Once you can identify those things, then it's going to help you be more confident. Quite frankly, you may be having an off day, but you know that what you do at work is not dependent on how you feel, but what you do. So think about your knowledge, think about your experience, think about all the value you bring to work. So by now, I'm hoping that you're putting together in your head, or even maybe writing it down, the value you bring to your team, because you must be able to focus on that and shine a light on that idea. Even if you own a business, what makes your business different from the other person? What makes you the best person for your clients or for your customers? What separates your ideas from every other person's idea? And so that brings me to my second tip, how you do it. So it's not enough to know what to do. Your skills and the training you have and all the letters you have after your name will attract clients to you, will make you attractive to your team. But what will take you to the next level is your ability to apply what you have and to show that you know how to do it. Because sometimes people hear you, they know you can do, but they need a little bit more convincing that your idea is what they should go with. And part of the process to help them go with your idea, to convince that client or to get that client to pay you, is to show them how you apply what you know. How do you do it? So if you're looking to boost your confidence, take a look at your processes. Take a look at the part of the processes or the part of your systems that you need to improve, because you want to take your client and your team from point A to point B. And that leads me to the final tip that I know you already know, but you need to hear me. You must be able to communicate this with them too. And this is where so many people struggle, because sometimes when you are communicating with the other person, you're losing them. You're going way above their head. You're going outside the scope of their expertise, and you're not able to hit the target. And so for you to hit the target, you must improve your communication. And one of the areas where you need to improve, if you really want to be more confident, is to practice active listening. And if you want to know how to improve your communication, particularly through active listening, then you need to listen to my next video. Because in active listening, you're going to use some of the things you hear and use that in your communication with your team and with your clients. And so you do not want to miss my next video. So make sure you subscribe and you hit the notification button, because my next conversation will be how to improve your communication via the art of active listening.